Along with August 15th, which is Independence Day, we crocheters also have another important thing to remember. Do you guys know what it is? It is International Granny Square Day. Hello everybody, this is Iron Edwin, crochet tutor and fiber artist, speaking to you all from Ganga Acryl's channel. Who doesn't like granny squares? We all love granny squares, isn't it? Because of its simplicity and the quickness of stitches. Today in this video, we are going to see a granny square utility product paired up with a very unique and textured yarn. Before knowing what it is, if you are watching this video for the first time, please do consider subscribing to our channel and press the bell icon so that you will be notified with our every new videos. Also, when you're making amazing stuffs with these yarns and patterns, please do post it on social media with the hashtag #YTGanga and we would love to see your creations. The product that I was talking to you all about is this beautiful granny square airport pouch. Looks very pretty, isn't it? It has a beautiful tag and also it has a loophole wherein you can insert the tag and you can just attach it to any of your bags, and this will just look bomb as an accessory to add and enhance the beauty of your handbag. You can easily store in your airport, and this is how the product looks. We are going to try making out this in today's video. So the yarn that we are going to see for today is from Ganga Acryl's Cotton Concept. Cotton Concept is a unique textured slub yarn. It's a blend of acrylic and cotton. It has 75% acrylic and 25% cotton. Each yarn is 100 grams with a yardage of 190 meters and they fall into DK weight category. You can make amazing items with these yarns like shrugs, stoles, garments, home decor items. Also, you can make beautiful hook cases out of these yarns and they will look stunning. These yarns are Oikotex Class 1 certified, which means they do not have harmful substances. They are safe for baby and safe for skin as well. So without any further delay, let's quickly start making this granny square utility airport pouch with these Cotton Concept textured yarn. Shall we quickly get into making this cute airport pouch? The shades that I have chosen for the next airport pouch is this beautiful shade from Cotton Concept and it is CCT015, and the other shade that I have chosen is CCT011. The tools that we require are, we need a crochet hook and I have taken 3.5 mm tulip hook, a tapestry needle in case we have any sewing emergencies, a pair of scissors or a yarn cutter, and stitch marker if you need to mark any particular stitch. Let's start doing this cute little airport pouch. Let's start doing the granny square. I'm starting it off by doing a slip knot. After doing a slip knot, let's make 4 foundation chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to skip the first 3 foundation chain and into the 4th chain we are going to make 2 double crochets. The skipped first 3 foundation chain is considered as a double crochet. So it looks like we are making 3 double crochets in this chain space. Okay, now we have 2 double crochets along with the skipped 3 chain. Let's make 2 chains, 1, 2, and again let's make 3 double crochets into the same space, first chain space. So we have got 4 clusters, 1, 2, 3, 4. After we have got 4 clusters, we are going to make a slip stitch into the 3rd chain. 1, 2, 3. Into the 3rd chain, let's make a slip stitch. After making the slip stitch, let's insert our hook into the next stitch. Again, make a slip stitch. Now insert your hook into the next stitch, pick up the new color, just fold the tip into 2 to create a loop. Now pull this new color through the loops on your hook. After you have pulled it through, grab on to the new color. We are going to start working with that and make a slip stitch in the chain 2 space. Now let's chop off the yellow color yarn. Now let's start working with the blue color yarn. You can also hold your tail yarns behind the stitch so that you no need to weave it finally when you finish the project. Okay, let's make 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the same chain 2 space we are going to make 2 double crochets. The 3 chains is considered as first double crochet. Okay, so we have made our first cluster. Let's make 2 chains, 1, 2. Again make another cluster by making 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is how it looks. Now let's chop off these tail yarns, the blue and yellow. Now let's go into the next chain space. So this is going to be a cluster, chain 2, a cluster. So here in this granny square pattern, I say cluster, which means 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, again 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so we have 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Now directly go into the next 2 chain space, make another 2 cluster with the chain 2 space. Again do the same thing over here, and then I will let you know what to do after this. See, now I have completed all 4 corners. In each corner we have a cluster, chain 2, a cluster, and then a cluster, chain 2, cluster for all 4 corners. Now to finish this round, I am going to make a slip stitch on the 3rd chain. After making a slip stitch, let's make once more a slip stitch on the 2nd stitch, and now insert your hook into the 3rd stitch and just pick up the new color because we are going to change colors. Just fold the tip into 2, add the new color just like how we did in the round 1, pull it through the loop. Okay, now hold the working yarn, go into the chain space and make a slip stitch. Now you can chop off the blue color yarn because we are not going to work anymore with it, and make 2 knots. Now that is secure, let's hold on to the yellow color yarn, make 3 chains, and this will be considered as our first double crochet. Hold on to your tail yarns so that we can skip weaving at the end. Let's make 2 double crochets because already the chain 3 is considered as 1 double crochet. This will be our first cluster, chain 2, again make another cluster, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet. Okay, so after this we can just chop off our tail yarn which is behind the cluster. Moving on to the next whole space that you see over here. So we are going to make one more cluster in this whole space. So 3 double crochet in this space, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now directly let's go into the chain 2 space. We are going to make a cluster, chain 2, cluster, which means 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Now again I have this whole space where I'm going to make a cluster, and then again here it is going to be cluster, chain 2, cluster, and then again here it's going to be a cluster, and again in this whole space going to be cluster, chain 2, cluster. So repeat doing this for this entire round. So I'll meet you in this space. This is how it looks after you have made the last cluster of round 3. Beautiful, isn't it? Now let's make a slip stitch and finish off this round. So 1, 2, 3, on the third chain I'm going to make a slip stitch. Make a chain 1 and you can fasten off your yarn. Our first granny square is done. Let's make one more piece exactly like the same thing. Zip, zap, zoop. Ta-da! I have made 2 granny squares. They look cute, isn't it? Now let's join the 2 granny squares together, okay, to make it into a cute airport pouch. So facing the 2 wrong sides together, we are going to join the sides, the 3 sides of this granny square. So let's take the hook. We are going to weave in only the back loops. So let's insert a hook in one corner. So I'm inserting here, and I'm inserting into the back loop of the first granny square and inserting into the back loop of the second granny square. Now let's pick up our yarn. Fold the tip into 2 to create a loop. Pull it through the loops which is on your hook. Let's make a chain 1. This will be considered as your first slip stitch. Now again insert your hook into the back loop of the granny square 1 and into the back loop of the granny square 2. Now pull the yarn through all the 3 loops. That is the second slip stitch. Now again into the back loop of the first granny square and into the back loop of the second granny square. Pull through all the 3 loops together. We'll continue doing this, making slip stitch in first corner, second corner and third corner. So I'll meet you in this place after you have completed with your slip stitches. I have reached the end of this side, the third corner, and I have made my final slip stitch. Before winding it off, I'm just going to make a chain 1 to make sure it is secure, and then I'm going to fasten it off. Okay, so now we are going to make a buttonhole kind of structure over here and then just go behind and make a long loop and then again come in the front and make a slip stitch and join here. So for that we are going to find the center of this first granny square. So we have 3 clusters, 1, 2, 3, which means we have 9 stitches, 3 plus 3 plus 3. Let's identify the 5th stitch which will be the center. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my center stitch. I'm going to insert my hook into the 5th stitch. Okay. Pick up the yarn, fold it into 2, pull it through, make a chain 1, this will be considered as your slip stitch, and in the same space where you made your chain 1, we are going to make a single crochet. So in the same 5th stitch we are making a single crochet. I'm just going to weave in the tail yarn along. Let's make 4 single crochets this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. After making 4 single crochets into the chain space, let's make a single crochet over here. Just go behind and we have another chain space over there. Let's make a single crochet over there as well. Now let's make 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for the loop like structure, we are going to make 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are going to skip the 5th stitch, which is the center stitch, and into the next stitch we are going to make single crochet and make 4 single crochet. So this will be our first single crochet after we skipped the 5th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. After we have reached the corner, just like how we did for the previous one, let's make a single crochet in this whole space. 1 more single crochet behind in this whole space. Now again let's make 4 single crochets here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now to make the big tag like structure, I'm going to make 50 foundation chains. Just like making foundation chains, we are going to make 50 chains. 1, 2, 3. I have made 50 foundation chains. Okay, so we are going to slip stitch into the same space from where we started. Okay, let's make a slip stitch in the same space. We have got the tag like structure. Now let's make the chain 1 and fasten it off. Make sure to weave in all the tail ends to get a very neat and finished look. I have weaved in all the ends. Now shall we see how the airport fits into it? Wow, fits like a glove. Now let's insert the tag into the loophole. Perfect. Perfect for any bag charm. A cute accessory for all your tote bags. Okay, so this looks very pretty, isn't it? So you have beautiful colors and cotton concept to try. So this granny square there, try out this cute little airport granny square pouch and let us know in comments below how you enjoyed making this quick little project. I told you it is going to be a very easy and simple pattern, isn't it? Do you guys know who invented these granny squares? It was Mrs. Phelps in the year 1885. I think we all should thank her on this special day for inventing such a cute pattern, isn't it? And I hope you guys definitely would have enjoyed making this very quick airport pouch. Please do try it out and post it on social media. We would love to see them. I'll meet you on my next video with an interesting pattern and yarn. Until then, this is Iron Edwin signing off from Ganga Acryl's channel.